So many recommendations.
I know. That's what I said. Do you
We're
realize
just going to add to your
box?
list. I mean, Julian, are you making this list? Because, I mean, I'll start prioritizing it for you.
Yes,
top musicals, currently, Hamilton. Very binge-worthy. Both the soundtrack or the show. I mean, take your pick.
Hang on. No, there's the show. There's the show, soundtrack, and mixtape.
I forgot about the mixtape.
Yes, there's the Weird Al song, too.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I forget Weird Al did a Hamilton medley.
What?
Kenny's
I'm a huge Al fan, and I didn't know that.
Epic.
What his next download is. But yeah, find that. Would be up there in the current binge worthy, and really truly, I mean, go either route.
I'll tell you right now, Julian, you would love the mixtape. He's got a song, Lin-Manuel Miranda. A couple of the songs he has on there, like with Nas, and then there's then
some of them are catchy.
There's a few that are like, I mean, they thump.
Okay, so we're gonna still do Downton Abbey. I'll put Hamilton, then Red Table Talk. Okay.
All right. So, what's your other musicals?
Some other ones. So one that is probably isn't PC at all, but everyone loves is Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. I mean, literally, if
problematic but so wonderful.
Yeah, it's one of those that it's so good you allow it to be problematic, right?
At least for now, yeah.
True.
I want to see that. I want to see that because I'm familiar with the title. Never seen it. Never seen the movie or any of that.
It's wonderful. It's beautiful. It's horrible. It's
just
troubling and great.
It's the one that when people tell me they don't like musicals, I'm like, watch that one, then tell me you don't like them. Because you can't not like it. I think, at least in my experience, people who've all told me they don't like it, I make them watch it. They're like, oh, that wasn't bad.
I hadn't seen it before you, and I loved it after the first time. It was great.
It is very catchy. It is very fun. So anyways, that's another one.
I've always got to add Rent on the list too.
Which one?
The movie version of Rent.
Oh yeah.
So that's another one where it's all the original cast, but Rosario Dawson added in, and she, as much as I saw, I think, most of the original cast when it was on Broadway originally, and a number of the rotating casts. I would go into New York to see it yearly. It was amazing. But yeah, she really does a fantastic job on that. And there's actually a Star Trek connection now because Anthony Rapp is on Star Trek Discovery. Sorry, he is Mark Cohen.
Thank you.
Is on Star Trek Discovery as yes. And he's just amazing there. And I've been following his musical theater career all the way through. And then when he was cast on Star Trek, I thought I couldn't love him more, and then I do. So he's just wonderful.
So now I don't even.
Let me ask you this again. The
Jersey Boys.
Oh, Jersey
Boys. Let me ask you this.
It's one of my favorites.
Let me ask you this. Being a complete musical noob, there's a new musical that I've been seeing commercials on, and it stars this guy who's well out of his teens, probably.
Dear Evan Hansen.
Thank you. Yes. Now,
I talked about that one a couple episodes ago. Ben Platt stars in that, and the reason he stars in that is because, for lack of any other reason, he was the originating actor in that role when it first came on Broadway.
Right.
When he was closer to that age. I still won't say he was, but closer to it that you can kind of make it pass. Actually, he just released an album out of actually original music that kind of he wrote. some really nice tracks on that. He had like a half an hour kind of release party and stuff. I forget, there was one I just heard today that was beautiful. But yeah, that one is coming out. It deals with some tougher topics. If I remember the gist of it, it takes place in a high school, and he's kind of a loner on his own kind of world, and a classmate commits suicide. But they had kind of taken a letter that his therapist or something had been asking him to kind of write to himself. So it looked as if that person who killed himself was close friends with him, and he kind of ran with it to get a little closer to a girl and to kind of have that kind of actual, I don't want to say notoriety, but purpose and popularity in life, and then of course the inevitable downfall when that comes crashing down. The musical was beautiful. The music itself was fantastic. I'm excited to see that, if only because it's hard sometimes with musicals when you know who originated them and you've heard the original casts to kind of just go and enjoy it. The Les Mis production with Russell Crowe and Hugh Jackman was beautiful, but I'm hearing some of these other actors who did 20 years of Les Mis before that, and I can't get into the sound of it. So the fact that he's playing it, I will, for whatever my permission is worth, give him the pass for doing it as old as he is, just so that the voice and the music really stays with it.